All right, welcome back. We are in. Sorry.
I wasn't ready. Okay.
Sorry, honey. We're in Port Hedland, and we've been in Port Hedland. Well, we've been in South Hedland for a week with our daughter and grandson, waiting for our son-in-law to finish up at the mines.
Yep.
And it's Sunday.
Yep.
We've come into Port Hedland. Gee, it's a bustling town, John.
It's so busy.
It's so busy.
So busy.
We'll show you how busy it is. But it's Sunday. It is Sunday. But Port Hedland is not really a tourist town. It's a mining town.
It's definitely a miner's town.
But they mine everything and everything. Everything and anything and everything.
So much, eh? Like so much.
There is. There is a discovery park in Port Hedland, but we're staying in South Hedland in Black Rock. Caravan Park, which is more in Miners Park, hence our son-in-law there, so we're there. But we're going to take you for a little walk around Port Hedland over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
And show you where these hard-working blokes, and I'm going to say they're hard-working blokes, where they live and the small amount of things there are to see.
Yeah. The temperature has dropped here.
Yes.
Thank God. So it's actually quite doable here, isn't it, really?
It is. We woke up this morning and said it's hot, but we're in the shade and there's...
It's so much doable. It's different heat again.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good.
And it's a really relaxed place to be. We've been to, our little grandson's going to the school here at the moment for a couple of months, and he's just in preschool, whatever you want to call it.
Every different state is different.
And we're going to stay until next week. He's got a little concert with school, so we're going to stay and watch that. But I was going to say, there's so much for little kids, like the families of the miners. Obviously, they've got to entertain the kids, and there's some really great things for them to do.
Yeah.
So we've done it all.
Yeah. And the mine companies look after their workers really well.
They really, really do. And so they should, because the conditions are hard. You know. Anyhow, let's go for a walk. Will we go for a walk down to that ship, or will we drive down?
Just there.
All right, let's go for a walk around town.
My hat. You haven't got your hat either.
I've got a hat.
Oh, I'll get my hat. You get your hat.
Okay. So this is town, and as you can see, well, I hope you can see, the red dust gets everywhere.
Stains everything, doesn't it? I've got to remember not to talk up loud now because I've got my mic on.
Yeah, I know. You know, you clean the van and you spend hours on it, and then the red dust is just there. Like,
you're funny. Hours on it. When did you spend hours on cleaning the van?
I did the bathroom
you're so
yesterday.
Funny. You spent hours on it.
Hey,
hours.
When will that broom?
Hours.
When will it broom?
You know, you're right. You are funny. I'd never thought you were funny before, but you are freaking hilarious.
Okay, you spend half an hour on the van.
Oh, that's better.
When we were in Broome, I tried to clean around the doorways of the outside. I didn't realise we were coming on more red dirt.
Oh, I know. I wouldn't have washed it all if I knew it was coming on red dirt.
Harbour Cafe, pharmacy. Open Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
It's a real estate
Take notice
agent?
of that, pharmacy. But in South Hedland, there's a shopping centre and there's a pharmacy there.
Oh, yeah, it's a baby shopping centre.
Yeah, it's got Kmart and Brumby's or one of those type of bakeries.
Oh, so nice to have nice bread again, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the amount of mine cars, it just blows your mind away how many mine cars are up here.
I know, if you want a 79 series Toyota and you want to buy, there's such a wait for them, come to these mining towns. So the Mount Nova Terra is in port, and the Emerald Horizon.
And at the information centre, they actually tell you what boats are in and waiting to be loaded and unloaded.
Yeah. So they've got a big, outside they've got a big board, tells you every boat. What did she say? There's always 40 boats out in the headland waiting.
That's a lot.
To be
That's
loaded.
a lot.
And I think there was 8 boats or ships in at a time. Was it 8 ships at a time?
Yeah, there's cars on the beach over there. How do we go over there?
John, we're talking boats at the moment. So apparently,
Yeah.
it's like not the exports from here is 90% iron ore. Was that what she said, or 80% iron ore?
Yeah, but don't they?
Yeah.
And salt.
And salt, but
Salt.
the majority was iron ore.
Yeah, but salt. How big those ships are.
So that one there is the Emerald Horizon.
Yeah, it must be going to next one
So I
in
wonder
maybe.
if he's coming in. Well, let's go for a walk.
And cyclones here. There's signs everywhere up for cyclones. And in the caravan park, which I've never seen before, are those big metal straps that come out of the ground that you can actually tie your caravan down if a cyclone's coming.
It's weird.
That blew my mind away, eh? Hoppers, whatever you call them, I don't know if they call them that. There's some little guys up there and you can't barely even see them. The boat's that big.
You just don't realise how fast it's going into port, do you?
Yeah, it
You've
comes
had a
in
pesky
fast.
fly,
Oh,
have you?
Pain in the arse,
But yeah, it comes in really fast,
It does.
eh? Okay, we're walking back up the street of, where are we?
Not Port Hedland, the other one.
Yeah, no, we're in Port Hedland.
This is Port Hedland. What's the other one?
South Hedland. We're at South Hedland.
Well, that's $700 per week. Look at this one.
Townhouse.
Three bedrooms, one
330.
bathroom, one car. $700 a week, and it's pretty primitive. This is
$700
$1,000
rent.
per week. Per week.
$1,000 a week. He said, you know what?
That's not bad. That's $695 under
It's
offer.
$695 up here. Like,
Yeah, but
there's
you
nothing
could
here.
rent that out. Well, it's mine. You could rent that out for $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week, you might as well not come and work, mind you, if you've got to pay $1,000
Yeah, but
a week.
you'd have 3 guys in that.
Yeah, true. So there's Bank West, and then there's an NAB Bank, and there was an ANZ Bank.
Come on, quickly before this car comes. Otherwise, I have to wait ages.
This is Leap Park. I think it's also called Strike Park.
Strike
Now, I've
Park?
got some information about this, and this is really interesting, okay? You ready for it?
I'm
All
ready
right.
for it.
The pathway is designed in the shape of a bungara, which is a sand goanna. So that's what we're going to go and look at inside. So a bungara is a sand goanna.
Goanna.
The Aboriginal strike sculpture was designed by local artists to commemorate the strike by Pilbara, is it Pilbara or Pilbara?
Pilgrim. I don't know.
Aboriginal pastoral workers. Okay, here's my information, it's something you learn, see, in these places.
It is.
Port Hedland was the scene of the first Aboriginal strike in Australia.
Wow.
In 1946, workers on the De Grey station refused to work under the conditions of the station. The result was that local Aboriginals purchased 5 pastoral properties in the area, which they managed as part of a nationwide movement to gain independence from white employees. The Pilbara strike was the longest strike in Australia's history, lasting for 3 years.
3 years?
Ending in 1949 after many strikers gained better rights.
Did they?
Some of the Aborigines returned to the stations while others went off and earned their own money.
3 years, you have to earn money, wouldn't you? So you have to help yourself somewhere.
So this park is kind of like a commemorative park to
Wow,
that. So
3
we'll just have a quick look.
Well, did they say what they're striking on? Or did I just
You've missed
zoomed
that,
out for
John.
that? Oh.
Did you just hear John then? I know I was pulling the camera down, but seriously,
I don't know, I just zoned out, eh?
they striked for
I
better
have not
conditions.
had my tablets today, remember?
He hasn't had his tablets the last couple of days.
And they make a big difference.
I'm going to explain about John's tablets when we talk about that. John has ADHD and all the bits that go with it, so his mind wanders. And when he doesn't have his tablet, that's when people think that he's disregarding what I'm saying, because he actually hasn't had his tablets. When he's had his tablets, he's focused.
Hang on a minute, did you say something?
Funny. But just so you know, that's why Johnny's not disregarding me, right?
Right.
I'm going to joke you there.
Never disregard you.
Just be serious for a minute. Just so you know that I know.
So I got in trouble for that. Some viewer actually, I got in big trouble for.
So sorry about that. That you think that John
I'm
disregards
only mucking
me
around with her all the time.
all the time, but on days like today, and there's been once you know, you know. Our son-in-law back at in Queensland, he says he can pick it up. He knows when John hasn't had his tablets. Stop it. Can you be serious for a minute?
I'm always serious.
Just to let everybody know that. No, so just to let everyone know, he's interested in what I'm saying. He just can't focus.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
Stop smiling.
I just been a spat all over the freaking camera.
All right. So this is supposed to be a goanna, or the shape of a goanna.
I just got in trouble for not being serious. But okay, I'm serious. Okay.
Stop.
No, it is a serious condition, and it is serious. But I just get around with jokes. Okay, so there we go.
It affects
Let's
our
move
life
on.
a lot. That's it. So that's what he does.
Not mine. Oh, yours. Okay.
It affects mine way more than it affects John. Okay. What's this? Okay. Oh, here's a little bit more. In 1946, the Pilbara strike involved over 800.
Wow.
I keep forgetting not to talk loud because we've got microphones on. Involved over 800 Aboriginal pastoral workers from
different language groups.
Wow.
Walking off builder stations to protect low pay and poor living conditions.
To protest low pay.
Okay.
Okay. The strike was led by Dooley Bin Bin.
That's why I don't read out loud, see? Because
far out, I'm never going to get this done. The strike was led by Dooley Bin Bin, Clancy McKenna, Peter Coppin and Ernie Mitchell, Aboriginal lawman and Don McLeod, a white union activist. Later, Daisy Bindi, a Nyangumata woman, became instrumental in the movement from the 1950s. The bravery of these people who led the strike influenced other Aboriginal workers on stations across the nation to walk off stations, setting up their own mining and pastoral companies and stations. Good on them, I reckon.
Well, yeah, especially back then.
You know, once you go through all these towns, you learn just how badly the Aboriginal people were treated.
I know, and I don't know why.
Seriously.
Anyway.
And then you get to another town and they'll talk about an Aboriginal or Indigenous person, about how they were monumental people, I don't know if that's the word, in creating the town.
Yeah, without them, that town would not exist.
Yeah. So, good on them for doing that strike. Okay, this is supposed to be a goanna.
Where?
I reckon this is the head. Yeah, look, and down to the bin must be a leg.
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, 2 legs, see, on both sides.
Oh, yeah, there's the other leg here.
Because it's walking like this.
So what did I say the goanna was called? A bungara.
Bungara.
You walk that side of the goanna, I'll walk this side. This is the goanna's body, all that foliage.
That's its
Okay,
leg,
so
that's
this
its leg,
is its
that's its
tail.
tail.
So you must walk right around
It's a
to it.
friggin' big goanna. It's chained down for the cyclones.
Oh, it is too, even the water tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit, where are you? Are you there? I
I'm
can't
right
see you.
here, right next to you.
I can't see in this screen. That's a bit freaky, hey, being here. And there's all these tie down points wherever we look in town and that, because of cyclones.
I know.
It's weird. I like these little sculptures here. They're cool.
Pretty
See
cool.
the ladies sitting under the tree, and then you've got all different workers. The bloke with his billy, another one on a bike.
Billy. Actually, he must be in trouble, maybe. Reminds me of me.
So we took the wrong turn.
Yep.
Google Maps, gotta love it. But hang on, I'm going to get out quickly because we're in a street we're not supposed to be in.
Your battery's nearly dead too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it says no public access up
No public access, but have a look at the salt. How white it is.
Here. That salt is amazing. It's so white. It just looks like sand.
Anyhow, I think that's pretty cool that that's salt. And I didn't know salt was mined from seawater. I didn't.
Where do you think it was mined from? Fresh water?
I didn't know that my salt was mined from seawater. I didn't. I don't know. I thought.
I, mate, I actually thought it was mined from like dirt or clay or something like that.
It.
Like, you know.
I didn't. I don't know what I thought. But I just didn't think that they.
Oh, I've got this selfie stick.
Oh, you have?
I have. How come you gave me a selfie stick?
Because I had to get in the car. Anyhow, yeah, I didn't realise that until I read it. And the lady's going to give us a talk at the information centre tomorrow.
So lucky you know what we should be talking about now. Yeah.
Okay, we're on the Esplanade at Port Hedland.
Yep.
It's right next to the Pilbara Ports
Yeah,
Authority.
Pilbara Ports Authority, yep.
Yeah. This is a little war memorial thing.
I do like how they've got a war memorial wherever you go to respect our diggers of the past.
Private Percival Gratwog, night of the 25th to the 26th of October 1942. The platoon was reduced to just 7 when the 40-year-old charged the enemy with grenades, killing a mortar crew. He then charged a second position with rifle and bayonet, inflicting more casualties before he was killed with the machine gun fire. By his brave and determined action, this is all imprinted in the concrete here,
Pretty cool.
which completely unnerved the enemy, and by his successful reduction of the enemy's strength, Private Gratwig's company was able to move forward and mop up his objective. Private Gratwig's unselfish courage, his gallant and determined efforts against the heaviest opposition changed a doubtful situation into the successful capture of his company's final objective. So that's iron ore, John.
What is?
This has been built
Is
with
that
iron
ore, is it?
ore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Borneo. You don't realise Borneo was such a big part in it as well, do you?
No, you don't. World War II, World War One. Dedicated by the Port Hedland community to all service personnel who fought at Suvla Bay, which is Anzac Cove, in 1915, and those that did not return, lest we forget.
It's got to be like 1 million rooms over there.
Okay, John, across the road from us, that building right there.
Yep.
I've got some information about it.
It's called the Esplanade Hotel.
It is. It was built in 1904. When it was built, it consisted of 23 rooms, including a billiard room, a dining room, 14 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
I think it's been extended since then.
I think so, but that's all the information I have
It takes up a whole freaking corner.
It does.
Yeah, anyway.
I wonder, yeah, because it doesn't even look like it's been extended, but
No.
it looks pretty, like it's 2 stories.
Maybe it hasn't been extended. I don't know. Maybe it's small inside. I don't know.
All right, we're going to go in search of the Pier Hotel now. Okay, behind me is the Pier Hotel. Now, in the 1970s, a journalist for the Daily Telegraph in London declared this hotel, right there, the toughest pub in the world. So the first Pier Hotel was built in 1898 and it was damaged by fire in the early 1900s, and then they built this. It holds the record for the largest number of stabbings in a pub in one night. Now, I'm not sure if that's true or not. I just picked that up along the way and thought that might be something to investigate. But yeah, that's the Pier Hotel. So, lazy bum, you didn't get out of the car for that bit and you just missed my piece of important information about it.
I will definitely tune in and watch Only Living Footprints because it gets released every Monday night. I will definitely tune in.
It gets released every Sunday night.
I was joking.
Oh
and you fall for it all the time.
Do you want me to tell you what this do you want to actually watch the show?
Can you tell me?
This is apparently holds the records for the most stabbings in a pub.
What really?
In one night.
In one night?
Yeah.
Get in the car, let's go. So do you want to run across and get me a drink in that pub over there?
You know, I don't know if it's true or not, John. I read it somewhere, but I don't know if it's true.
Oh.
Hey,
Yep.
Port Hedland
Yep.
is described as a mining hub, a portside desert town, and a cyclone magnet.
Yeah. Well, going by the signs around town, what did they say? They got little. As we drove in, even as we drove into the caravan park, it had a cyclone sign.
It's got a cyclone sign, yeah. Port Hedland started out as a port town, not a mining town. And one of the key players of the port, when it was a port town, was Dalgety and Co. But okay, John's found a little turn off on the road. We're trying to find a lookout, and he's decided that this road he's allowed to drive on because it's a beach. So apparently, because it's a beach, you can drive on it.
Well, there's cars up there.
Is there? Where?
Right up there, look.
Well, what's this sign up here say, John?
Warning.
Warning.
Maybe not allowed to be up here.
What's this say? Mud holes. The spoil bank may be cut off from the shore and subject to flooding. Spoil bank reserve. Okay, it's a reserve, John.
You want to go up there?
Well, it says enter at your own risk. No camping.
Let's go.
The general public are advised to remain above the high water mark in the area between Cemetery Beach and Spoil Bank. So I wonder if this is Cemetery Beach then?
Well, you know what? We're going to have a look.
Oh my God.
And I don't want to let the tyres down, so I don't know if I can be bothered going on the beach because I'm lazy. We might be able to get away with it on 50 PSI. Oh, you've got to love corrugations, don't you?
Wow, though.
Look at that. See, I can take you to some places.
Crocodile safety. Okay. Well,
There's crocodiles here too?
do you think you should let the tyres down? John, please don't go on there without letting your tyres down. Seriously.
Let's see how far we can go without letting our tyres down.
Oh my Lord. Really?
You want to go on there?
I do, but I don't want to go on there if like, look how soft the sand is. We're not going to go down there.
Oh, I think we're nearly bogged now.
Stop it.
No, I don't want to get in there if the tide comes in so fast. They didn't have such huge tides.
How do we
up
know
here.
that it's huge tides here? That
Because
was that room.
they said no. As we came in, they gave us your warning. You've got to keep up above the high level.
Above the high tide mark. Well,
So how
it's
do we
not
know the
high
high
tide
tide?
mark.
How
All
do we-
those.
How do we know where the high tide
Well, all
mark
those
is?
fellas are down there, so I'm presuming that it's going to be okay.
Let me have a
but-
look. Let me have a look. See how soft it is.
It's soft. I can see it's
Let me have a
soft.
look how soft it is. Stop panicking all the time.
Far out.
Don't you say anything. It's only let the tyres down for like 5 minutes up the beach. I don't think it's worth it.
No, it's not worth going up the beach for that. I'm not sure if it was here, but apparently if we come in at high tide, we'll see all the baby turtles.
Oh, yeah.
Was that where she said
Where was
here?
that? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
That
Okay.
is very fluffy
There is
sand.
saltwater crocodiles here, though.
There is fluffy sand. That is fluffy sand. Okay.
What is it called? Chicken treat.
Chicken treat.
So apparently they've got donut chips in here. I saw it on TikTok
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah, let's go.
So we're going to go and see if we can buy some donut chips with caramel sauce from
Yum.
this place.
Yum. Let's go.
We don't have this place in,
No.
where are we from? the East Coast.
Queensland.
Yeah, so we're going to go. We haven't had lunch yet, so we're going to have a naughty lunch. Let's
Okay.
go.
We get a large one.
Okay, donut chips with salted caramel sauce. We're going to try it. Okay, hang on.
G'day, how
Hello.
you going?
Donut chips.
Donut chips and regular chips.
So they're like Cheerios.
All right, John. Taste
Okay.
it.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, it's not Okay.
It's thick, the sauce.
It's very thick. Good.
Are they hot?
No. No, they feel hotter than they taste.
They don't smell like a donut. The sauce is good.
Pretty good. Salted caramel. Right?
You can mainly only taste the sauce.
Yeah.
So it'd be very plain if you didn't have the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
They're okay. Final thoughts on donut chips.
Okay, overpriced, but okay.
That was $7 something.
$7.95.
And you got like
Or that was small.
you got 12
Yeah, or $15.95
things.
for large.
And they're more like a churro, they're not like a donut.
Yeah. Okay though.
Pretty overpriced.
Yeah, I wouldn't get it again.
I wouldn't get them again. Although the caramel sauce I'd get, that was yummy. It was supposed to be salted caramel. I think it was just caramel.
Caramel. All right.
Right, let's continue.
Yeah. Now that's a big wheelbarrow.
It is. The Big Wheelbarrow. I got some information
Yep.
about the history of wheelbarrows in Port Hedland.
No chairs. Just saying.
About 40 years ago, miners enjoyed a wheelbarrow race between. There was 2 miners, right? They did a wheelbarrow
Well,
race.
it would have had to been at least
Yeah, okay.
more than one if there was a wheelbarrow race.
The race later became one of the biggest fundraising events in town. The race was conducted in the cooler hours of the night. All right. Can you see it? They involved 3
I
activities.
can see the screen.
Can you see with your sunglasses?
Yep.
I can't.
Yep.
Pushing a wheelbarrow loaded with 11 kilos of iron ore in turns over 120 kilometres. That's what it says, 120 kilometres. That's a long way.
120 kilometres. That's a long way. That's
Well,
like
that's what I
from,
googled.
That's like from Sunshine Coast to
The
Brisbane.
next activity was jumping from a moving wheelbarrow, and the next activity was a rolling relay. In 2010, the races came to an end due to the increase in mining activity and more mining trucks on the road, which made it too unsafe.
120 kilometres. They would have been stuffed before that. No,
Well,
that's
that's
not
what
right.
it said on Google.
That's not right.
I don't know.
It's probably 10
But
metres or
anyhow,
something.
if you're one of these people that like to go around Australia and look at big things, the big things, you know, the big pineapple, the big mango, the big this, here's the big wheelbarrow. So there you go.
Yeah. We can cross that off the list.
Yep, the big thing.
Never to come back again. No, just joking.
Okay. Yesterday we got neighbours, but the guy's Ranger had broken down, his tail shaft broke or something. Anyhow, John's going to hook up the fellow's van that came by truck, and I don't know what they're doing, so we're going to go and have a look. John hasn't even told me he's going anywhere, and he's hooked this stranger's caravan up to his car. He just came in and asked me for the keys and for the tow ball, because we got a D035 thingy and he needed a tow ball, so he's changed that over, and then he goes, oh, I need the keys, and and next minute he's hooking someone else's caravan up. Okay, this fella's getting in my car, so I don't know, John hasn't even told me what they're doing. Well, there you go. He's gone off somewhere. I don't know where he's going.
You don't?
I'm going to introduce you. Everyone, this is our daughter Jess.
Hi.
Tripping round Oz. Check out their channel. You know I've talked about them before.
They finally caught up to us.
Yeah. But hey, I don't know. Dad didn't say anything to me about going anywhere. He's just gone.
I thought they must have just been moving it back because the drawbar was really close.
Well, that's what I thought. Okay. That's what to tell me.
Very smooth.
It is. So So we're back at the ships. Probably came down a little bit too late.
Well, that train didn't go for bloody
3 kilometres.
like 6 hours.
That train goes for 3 kilometres.
I know. It took
Crazy.
14 minutes on my phone when I filmed it.
Oh, did you time?
The whole lot from start to finish.
Okay.
And the hoppers filling up the boats. So 3 of those, I never probably told you before, but 3 of those trains fill up one of these boats.
Yeah.
And they're running 24 hours a day.
And, hang on, one of those trains has $90 million worth of iron ore in it.
I know, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
So, like we were saying, it takes 3 lots of those trains to
At
fill
3 kilometres long.
to fill one of these ships.
And that line, from the top to the bottom, that purplish line,
I don't think
is
they can see
18 metres before it actually hits the water.
So just explain, John, what purpley line you mean, how the boat...
So around there's a maroon line around there, and it's like 18 metres. So as the coal goes in there, the hull sinks into the water, and when it reaches that top line, that means
the
it can't...
The blue of the boat.
Until all that bloody... It takes 3 tugboats to bring them in.
I'm going to show
Or
you.
4.
And when it's full...
5 maybe, 2 on the side, 1 on the back.
When the ship is full, there can be, depending on the tide, a 50 centimetre gap between
Millimetre.
Wasn't it a centimetre?
I think it was millimetres.
I thought it was, anyhow, 50 millimetre gap between the propeller. Was it the propeller?
The last part of the boat to the ground.
Yeah. Any port in Australia, ship will come in with the ship driver, but when they reach
The captain?
the port, the captain.
We're lost for words tonight, eh? I don't know what it is. I think we've been drinking too much.
When they reach port, before they come in, so when they reach the little Australian pilots go out and they navigate the ship into port.
Yeah, because it's quite challenging apparently.
Yeah. The other thing is there's up to 40 ships at a time waiting out in the harbour to come into port, and this port holds, was it 19 ships?
Yep.
19 ships, I think it was.
And if there's a cyclone happening somewhere, it just throws the whole system out.
It takes 18 hours to clear this port if there's a cyclone coming. So the lady in the Visitor Information Centre lives on the water. And
Very interesting. You need to go and listen to her.
Yeah, she's wonderful. And she said that if she wakes up in the morning and there's no ships in the port.
You ain't drinking too much port.
I haven't had anything. If there's no ships in the port, she knows.
Uh-oh. And did you say it takes 2 weeks for a cyclone to actually hit here, usually?
Yeah, once they know there's a cyclone coming, it's about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So she said there's no excuse for anyone in Port Hedland not to be prepared for a cyclone. But it will shut down the port for up to 5 days, because by the time the 18 hours to clear the port out, all the boats have got to go back out to the harbour.
Yep. And our Australian economy just
drops.
takes a big hit.
These ships don't stop.
No.
And it takes 24 to 36 hours. The ship comes in and they start filling it straight away with the iron ore or the lithium.
Now.
The lithium
Put my
or
deck
the, what else, salt.
So 98 or 97% of the stuff goes to Japan or China. Did I say that wrong? I'm not taking that again. It goes to China.
Okay. Goes to China.
And the 2 or 3% left over goes to elsewhere.
But yeah, so all our eggs, all Australia's eggs are in one basket. All our export
Pretty much goes to
China.
Japan? China.
China, John. He does that all the time. So we're going to Japan next year. He keeps
China.
saying we're going to China. We're going to Japan. But yeah. Okay. So we left Port Hedland yesterday. So we've reached our next destination, but we forgot to do an ending video. We finished off our time in Port Hedland going to our grandson's end of school performance.
Concert thing, yeah.
Yeah. And he's in prep and they did a little concert, and it's been how many years since we've been to something like that? 20 years. Long time. But it was so cute.
Haven't changed.
No. But Port Hedland and South Hedland is a miners town, but it's also a big Indigenous community, so it was very Indigenous themed. And one thing my daughter and I don't know, well, I didn't talk to you about it, they did the Australian anthem. They got us to stand for the Australian anthem. How freaking good was that?
That was cool with the didgeridoo.
Didgeridoos.
That was really jazzed up a bit.
They sort of, the starting of it was all this didgeridoo music. It made you like it
It
gave
did.
you tingles.
It sounded really good.
Really, really
Yeah.
did. And then the grades 4 and 5 did a performance, and they got up with drums like the drums that they put between their legs, and they did that, and that was pretty cool too. So that was a nice way to finish off Port Hedland. I didn't mind it there. It was dusty, the red dust.
They are screaming out for miners.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter
everywhere.
what you do in the mines, they are screaming out for workers.
Those ships you would have seen in the videos, but those ships were amazing. Didn't you think that, like, the size of them, like
They were huge.
they were friggin' huge. They were really
They were
cool to
amazing,
watch.
but they were huge.
They were amazing. And we went to the Port Hedland Information Centre, and the lady in there did a talk called Portside Talk or Port.
Do the talk.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
that was really, really good. There are a few things that we meant to go and see, but we didn't see. We just couldn't be bothered. We kept saying, well, tomorrow we're going to go and look at these.
We're not going to whinge about the
things.
heat, but the heat really knocks it out here,
Yeah.
up here, and it's hot.
Mind you, wait until you see where we are at this destination. The heat is far worse than Port Hedland. Again, we've gone back into it.
And the wind.
Anyhow, I hope what I've got of Port Hedland has turned out all right.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember exactly what we've filmed for there, to
Not
be
much,
honest.
not much, but
Not
we did
much.
a little bit.
Did a little bit.
And again, everything was closed.
Yeah. Anyhow, thank you for watching us again this week.
Thanks, guys.
And we will see you wherever we are. Where we are now. But we are.
now, but we're not supposed to be here yet, so you don't really know we're here.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyhow, we will see you in next week's video. So
We'll actually have to change our clothes for the next video because I think we're still
yeah, it's
in
on the same day. We're actually going to go out and film some stuff where we are now. So we'll have the same clothes on. No, I'll have a different shirt because the sun's really hot.
I'll have the same one. It's smelly, it's just sweat, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow. See you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.